Welcome back. Normally on this channel, we spend our time deep in the weeds of macroeconomic data and financial models. But today, we're stepping away from the spreadsheets. I recently traveled a route through 2 countries that changed how I think about time away from the desk, and I want to walk you through the exact itinerary. Over the course of a few weeks, we traveled from the high altitudes of the Julian Alps down to the warm waters of the Adriatic Sea. What makes Slovenia and Croatia unique is how closely packed their extremes are. You can stand in the middle of a dense, centuries-old capital city in the morning and be hiking through a fiercely protected, pristine alpine forest by the afternoon. Stepping entirely away from the desk to experience these sharp physical contrasts offers a level of detachment that is difficult to find in an office environment. Our starting point was Slovenia's capital, Ljubljana. The city is guarded by 4 of these massive copper dragons perched on the Zmajski Most Bridge. Local legend claims they'll wag their tails when a virgin crosses. Just down the river from the bridge is the Central Market. Designed by architect Jože Plečnik, it's a massive outdoor hub where the country's agricultural wealth is on full display. From the cobblestone streets of the market, a sleek glass-enclosed funicular railway pulls you straight up the hillside, directly into the courtyard of the medieval Ljubljana castle. Because the country is so compact, you don't need a full travel day to change environments. A 45-minute drive in the late afternoon pulls you completely out of the urban center and into the Julian Alps. This is Lake Bled. To get across the glacial water to the island in the center, you have to use a pletna, a traditional flat-bottomed wooden boat powered by a single oarsman. The steep, forested hills drop directly into the emerald water, completely framing and isolating the pilgrimage church of the Assumption of Maria. Within a single daylight cycle, you move from a bustling European capital to absolute alpine stillness. Slovenia makes that physical transition entirely frictionless. Crossing the border south drops you into Zagreb. Instead of sticking to the standard monuments, we spent our morning navigating the red umbrellas of the Dolac Farmers Market and walking beneath the city through the Grič Tunnel, a subterranean bomb shelter built during World War II. When you emerge into the upper town, you find one of the city's strangest exhibits. Rather than ancient artifacts, the Museum of Broken Relationships catalogs personal, everyday items donated by people all over the world alongside stories of failed romances. A short walk away sits St. Mark's Church. The roof tiles are arranged to display the medieval coats of arms of Croatia, Dalmatia, and Slavonia on the left, and the emblem of Zagreb on the right. The daily rhythm of the city is captured best by its street-level details. This custom print highlights the classic blue Zet tram that runs right through the main square, alongside a nod to the local café culture. Zagreb doesn't rely on massive, imposing palaces. Its appeal lived in these hyper-local, highly personal quirks hidden in plain sight. For a physical break, we left the capital for the medieval town of Samobor, built along the shallow, clear waters of the Gradna River. Before hitting the trails, you have to stop at a café in the main square. This is the Samoborska kremšnita, a dense custard pastry with a flaky crust that provides exactly the fuel needed for the climb ahead. Moving past the town limits requires a steep ascent through the dense green canopy of the Samobor highlands. The climb pays off when you reach Stari Grad, a ruined 13th century stone fortress slowly being reclaimed by the forest. Descending the hill takes you past the local cemetery, providing a wide-open panorama of the valley with the faint silhouette of Zagreb on the horizon. It is an effective active recovery day. You trade the concrete of the city for raw elevation, earning the view through historic woodland trails. Driving further south, the geology changes. This is Rastoke. Locals built traditional wooden watermills directly over the rushing rapids of the Slunčica and Korana rivers, integrating human architecture into the karst hydrology. Rastoke is just the warm-up for Plitvice Lakes National Park. The park's delicate tufa barriers earned it global UNESCO World Heritage protection back in 1979. The vertical scale here is massive. This is Veliki Slap. It drops 78 meters down a vertical limestone cliff surrounded by dense forest, making it the highest waterfall in Croatia. To navigate the park, you walk across an extensive network of wooden boardwalks. These paths hover just inches above the bright turquoise water, keeping foot traffic entirely off the fragile mineral formations below. The lower trail ends at Lake Koziak, the largest and deepest lake in the park. To protect the pristine water from pollution, you cross the expanse on quiet electric boats. Plitvice processes millions of visitors a year, yet through strict pathway management and zero-emission transit, it keeps one of Europe's most delicate ecosystems intact. From the dense inland forests, we moved out to the coast. Leaving from the port of Split, high-speed boats cut straight across the open Adriatic. Out on the remote island of Biševa, there is a narrow, dark sea cave. Sunlight enters through an underwater opening, hits the white limestone sea floor, and reflects upward. The result is an optical illusion, bathing the entire cavern in a glowing neon blue light. Just a short ride away sits the island of Vis. Its fishing village, Komija, offers a look at traditional Mediterranean life, with pale stone houses and terracotta roofs stacked tightly against the harbor. The route ultimately lands in Hvar. The environment shifts from raw nature to maritime history, marked by grand Venetian architecture, palm trees, and harbors packed with boats. The Dalmatian post delivers a bright, sun-drenched finale. It acts as the counterweight to the shaded, demanding hikes of the mainland. In just a few days, you can stand inside medieval hilltop ruins, walk over crystal-clear alpine lakes, and sail into glowing sea caves. The density of contrasting environments is staggering. Thanks for bearing with me on this brief detour from our normal data breakdowns. Let me know down in the comments which of these environments you'd hit first. And if you enjoyed the trip, leave a like and subscribe for our usual deep dives. Experiences that pull you out of your daily routine are the ones that stay with you the longest. See you in the next one.